In this video, we're going to show you how to get scratches out of carbon fiber. So carbon fiber finishes are usually really strong as opposed to an automotive clear coat or something like that. The automotive clear coats are usually pretty soft and the carbon finishes are very hard. This is a benefit because it's less likely to scratch, but when they do scratch, it is hard to get scratches out. So the way to do that is rather than just putting a buffing wheel on and polishing it out, you really have to do a color sanding process. So we're gonna test it out on this mirror here. What I have to do first is I have to scratch up the mirror. I'm gonna get this paper here, scratch it up a little. I like to start with a higher grit paper, like a 2000 grit, because then you don't, if you use 1000 grit or something, you're really taking a lot of clear coat off. And I want to mind how much clear coat I take off because I only have so much to work with. So if the scratch is really deep, I'm not really going to be able to get it out. I just have to, throw a little, sand it a little bit, buff. I'm still going to have the scratch, but it's going to look a little better. In this case, I'm going to start with 2000 grit paper. So I'm going to use my little sanding pad here. It's nice and soft. I'm going to spray it with our detail spray. And one of the keys is to keep everything really clean, because if you get any dust on this, you're going to hear a scratching noise and you're done. You have to clean everything off again, start over. So I'm going to sand a little bit with this 2000 paper. Then I'm going to wipe it clean. Make sure I use a pretty clean rag, a very clean rag. And using the detail spray just helps. So water works as well. Detail spray has a little bit of lubricant in it, which helps even more, avoid scratches. So now I'm going to use this 3000 grit paper. And I'm going to spritz more of the water on. And then I'm going to sand it. Now I heard a scratch right there. So when I hear a scratch like that, I stop immediately. I want to take my clean rag. I want to wipe this off where I have no dust or residue on it at all. I'm going to get a new piece of sanding paper, new piece of 3000 grit. I like, clean it off. And spritz this again and start sanding. So I want to hear that consistent just sanding noise without any scratches or so you really have to use your ears and your eyes on this one. Use my rag, wipe it down, and I'm gonna inspect it. And I don't see any, big physical scratches. So it looks like I got all the scratches from my scratching it with the heavy sandpaper out. And then we're gonna go and we're gonna try and buff it out now. So we use this, just a machine polish. You can buy it at any auto parts store. Just use any kind of polish works. But I like to put a little bit on. I like to use a wool or a synthetic wool pad because it doesn't heat up like a foam pad does. So you don't want too much heat. I don't know if you've had experience with it. If you have too much heat polishing your car, you can get burn marks and basically ruin the finish of the paint. With carbon fiber, with this clear coat, since it's so hard, you're less likely to have that happen, but it still can happen. So be on the cautious side and just use a wool or synthetic wool pad. And also they cut really well, so it's good for this kind of thing. And I like to kind of, spread it around, spread your polish around at slow speed. And then you kind of pick up the speed a little bit. Not too fast, still just spreading it around. And then when it starts kind of disappearing and starts being, and I'm applying light pressure, And then when you start seeing it just kind of drying and getting done, you can kind of increase your speed a lot. And remember to move around. Circular motions are good. Just kind of move around to move the heat and don't stay on one place. Now I'm going to bring up to full speed and just kind of go at it a little bit. Once again, not applying a lot of pressure, just kind of light pressure. Then I'm going to spray with some detail spray, wipe it down and see what I got. See if I got the scratches out. Hopefully I did. And if you don't the first time, I'd go back at it depending on the severity of the scratch, what you see. Just go back at it with a little more 3000 and then go at it again with the polisher. But I'm looking at it and it looks like I got all the scratches out. It's nice and clean, but it's not quite shiny enough. So I usually go back at it with another pass at the buffer. So same way I did before. And now I can see the part looks as good or better than new. Now what I want to do is I just want to wipe it down with some more detail spray. Or water if you don't have detail spray. I mean, it works, you know, water is fine. It's just the detail spray has that extra little bit of wax and stuff in it, so it's kind of nice. And then I would usually just put a little wax on it and wax it up and I'm good to go. So just wax it up. Use one of our microfiber towels, one of the nice ones for this, and just kind of spread that wax around. Let it haze up. Use the clean side of the towel to wipe it off and buff it. Polish it up, and you're done.